Today I'm going to show you how to make sugar cookie fudge. This fudge is delicious. It is a family favorite, a crowd pleaser when I take it to places. It's completely on brand, you know, with being sugar cookie, and you can make it as festive as you want with the type of sprinkles that you use. But more importantly, it is easy and quick. So many recipes, if not majority of them out there for Christmas, are incredibly time consuming and a little more detail oriented. Not this. You're gonna love it. It's quick, it's easy, it's pretty foolproof, and yeah, people love it. So it's a win-win all around. All right, here's how you make it. The ingredients that you are going to need are 2.5 cups of white chocolate chips, 1 cup of sugar cookie mix. I personally use this Betty Crocker cookie mix, and you can get it at Walmart. Some sprinkles. Use whatever ones you want. Snowflakes, the red, green, white balls, anything that you want. About 3 tablespoons of that, 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. Now, before you get started, you're going to want to line your pan. I use a round, a 9-inch round. If you don't want a round, use a 9x9 square. And to make it simple, I just butter the bottom and then put the parchment paper on top just to keep it there, because the fudge is very sticky, and to lay it out, it's hard if the parchment paper isn't secure somehow. All right, so starting us off, here we are. In a nice medium-sized pot, I have the condensed milk on medium heat. I'm going to stir it quite frequently, and we're going to get this to become almost like a simmer. So once it starts to simmer, you're just going to turn your heat down a little lower. Not a lot lower, but just a little lower, because we do not want this to burn. Okay, it's been a few minutes, and you can, I don't know if you're gonna see this, but I can see, and you will see as you make it, some steam starting to come up, some little bubbles starting to form. So I can tell that it's on the verge of simmering. So I'm just going to turn my heat down a little bit, not a lot. And now we're going to add in our sugar cookie mix. Give it a nice good stir and make it nice and smooth before we go any further. All right, once it's smooth and well incorporated, we're going to stir in our white chocolate chips. These will just take a couple minutes to melt. As they're melting, you can add 1 tablespoon of butter. We're just going to add these one at a time. Next up, we're going to put in 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I just eyeball it. You can measure if you like. All right, let's add in the 2nd tablespoon of butter now. Once you know your butter has melted, even though you're still trying to incorporate it, you can turn the heat off and the cooling process can begin. Just make sure you keep stirring it up to incorporate all the oil from the butter. Okay, now that it's all incorporated, we're just going to remove it from the heat and let it cool just for a couple minutes. The reason why I take it off the heat and let it cool for a couple minutes is because these sprinkles will actually melt. So yeah, I let it cool for a couple minutes and I just keep stirring it. You can see it's very nice and thick. So with the sprinkles, we are going to add like a half of this into the mixture. Just give it a light stir, not a massive stir. Otherwise, again, they will melt and then you won't have any sprinkles. So we're gonna put in half, just give it a couple stirs, quickly put it into the pan. And then once it's in the pan and it's settled, we will put the remaining sprinkles on top. All right, here we go. If you feel like you need more sprinkles in your batter, like I just did, or in your fudge, sorry, then just add more in. You don't have to be completely. I guess I did not, I eyeballed my sprinkles. Normally 3 tablespoons works, but not this time. So just eyeball it. If you want your fudge to have sprinkles. So if you feel like you need more, then don't worry about the quantity that I state. Just add whatever you want. Some inside and some on top. That is the only really important part of the puzzle. Like I said, this is an easy recipe. You want most of your measurements to be correct, but if you put in extra vanilla or extra sprinkles, it is not a big deal. Just make sure your condensed milk and chocolate chips are the right ratios, and of course your sugar cookie mix as well. All right, that's most of it. That's most of the fudge. You can see that, I don't know if you can see, but it flattens itself out really well. Give it a couple taps, gently thin it out if you see that there's more in one area than the next, but really, it does a good job by itself. All right, I need to get some more sprinkles now. All right, if you're like me and you need more than what I stated, again, I just eyeballed it. I thought it was 3 tablespoons, but anyways, it doesn't matter. I want more sprinkles. I like very sprinkly fudge. So here we go. I'm just gonna put it on top, cover the top, and then gently press down on it just to get it to stick a bit. That should do. Let's take my hand and just gently press down. Then they will adhere to the fudge. Otherwise, they'll probably just come off when you cut it. It's done. Super simple, right? I did not lie, and not a lot of cleanup for you afterwards either. Okay, so now we're gonna put the fudge in the fridge and let it set for at least 3 to 4 hours. I normally just keep it there till the next day, but yeah, if you can't wait that long to try it out, then 3 to 4 hours for sure. And when you're ready to take it out of the pan to cut it, just pull up on the parchment papers. It'll come out really simple. And cut it up in any shape or size that you'd like. I personally go for the smaller sizes. This fudge in particular is very sweet and very rich, so a little goes a long way, but do what you want. It's your fudge. You can eat it as you would like. I'll probably cut it up though in a big piece for the picture at the end, because a small piece it won't photograph well. So yeah, anyways, I really hope that you enjoy this fudge, and thank you for baking with me today.